So what's up, guys? In this video, I tried using Windtalker on Masha, which we often see being used by top Masha players, and I understand why. I'll explain it to you throughout the video. Windtalker gives 35% attack speed, 20 movement speed, and 20% critical chance on its base attributes, which is a really good item, especially in the late game when you've sold your boots because you're already full item. It also has a unique passive that deals magic damage, which ignores physical defense and the enemy's wind chant. So there will be times when it becomes clutch if you always build this on Masha, especially if the enemy marksman is late in activating their wind chant. By the way, in this game we got crushed by the enemies the whole time. Not just my teammates, even I got crushed because from the start, my lane opponent kept getting visited. This is the only adult dragon that's still being babysat, and he got too cocky because of that. Which is actually funny because he's just relying on his teammates' help. If it's only 1v1, I can crush him. I got low HP here, that's why I couldn't help with the turtle. I just cleared these minions and tried to go to the turtle, but I still couldn't fight back because the enemy was really stronger in the early game. And in situations like this, it's better to just give up the turtle because forcing it will just put us in danger. And that's exactly what happened. 3 of my teammates got wiped out right away. In those situations, it's better for your jungler to just take buffs instead, especially if it's an assassin. It won't make us lose right away even if the enemy gets the first turtle. What will make us lose is if we force to take it, then end up getting wiped out and the enemy still gets the turtle. Plus, they'll be able to invade after. That's already a huge advantage for the enemy. I was about to get killed too since Masha clears really slow and Atlas didn't hold back with his ultimate. My lane opponent already had killing spree here. And he even got all the gold from the turret. If I had that kind of early game, I'd be the one carrying my teammates. That's why this Yujin is funny. He's only strong when he has teammates around, and he still ended up being the burden on their team despite being babysat. He had a huge gold lead and was already 2 levels ahead of me, but I could still fight back in a 1v1. His first build was even Sky Piercer, which is funny because later on he ended up selling it when his teammates stopped helping him. He got weak and could barely get any kills, but we got wiped out at this part. And when this happens in your game, like the enemy already has a big lead, change your item build path. Usually when I'm ahead, my first build is Blade of Heptasias. But if the enemy is ahead like this, my first build is Sea Halberd. Then I rush Malefic Roar before Blade of Despair. But if I'm ahead, I build Blade of Despair first before Malefic Roar. Watch the body language of this Yujin. He's 2 levels ahead here and has a big gold lead. But even with just 2 HP bars left, I can still hold my ground against him. I even managed to kill him here. He got too cocky because his teammates always help him. But when he's alone, even bots are stronger than him. This is the only time my teammates helped me in my lane, but they couldn't do anything. Then I was about to recall, but I was surprised to get hit by Moskov's ultimate and died immediately. After that, other enemies showed up, so my teammates got killed too. We got dominated by the enemies in the early game and they were all cocky. These are the kinds of players that are satisfying to beat. If only I could see their faces when they lost. Actually, I can kill any of them if it's just 1v1 like this, but it's always 2 or 3 working together to kill me, so there's nothing I can do. So one of the most important purposes of Windtalker on Masha is to clear minion waves faster, which is why it's my 4th build here because I need an item that speeds up my minion clearing. If we were ahead, it might be better as my last item or when I'm replacing my boots. It's also good if you like pushing turrets because it's really fast. The movement speed is also almost unnoticeable even without boots, especially if you already have Sky Piercer and Blade of Despair. So yeah, Yujin was so weak that even inside the turret he still died, and of course his boyfriend came right away to avenge him. Shout out to my loyal viewer right here. Thank you for the support. Oh, I got solo killed by their tank. Then they spammed "good game" and "well played" in chat. It's even funnier when Yujin has full HP, you're ahead in gold with lots of defense items, but you still get bullied under the turret. He's really that useless in the game. After I killed the marksman and used up all my skills on him, this Yujin showed up trying to get revenge, so I gave him the chance. His confidence was so high, like he thought he was actually strong. Hayabusa's ultimate was almost perfect here, and he nearly killed Harith, but there were creeps, so he couldn't burst him. Kufra also had a nice setup on Suyu, and that's where I aimed my ultimate, but it still went to Harith instead. My teammates should have backed off here since we already used up all our skills, but they still forced a fight, and now they're about to get wiped out. Hayabusa was just farming here while I was the only one defending. That's what you should do, guys. If 3 of your teammates are dead, just farm instead of defending because getting buffs is more important. Here I was trying to split push while the enemies were on the other side of the map, and Yuzhong was alone. He was really scared. He already had Twilight armor here, so I just focused on pushing the turret first. Show your strength, if you even have any. You act all tough when you have teammates, but when you're alone, you're terrified. Your ultimate is like a worm. If you're going to be cocky, just make sure you can stand on your own, not just because you're relying on your teammates. This is what happens to you when your arrogance comes first. I'm beating you up alone inside your own turret, and you can't even do anything about it. Here, Brody's hands were so fast he suddenly used Flicker, even though he had 2 teammates beside him, and Harith was all alone. Here, Moskov was careless, so he ended up getting killed. I thought he wasn't good, but I was surprised he was actually a shutdown target. I cleared the top lane here first, so we'd only have 2 lanes to defend since the enemy had Lord on the bottom lane. I was going to continue, but I felt my teammates were struggling and wouldn't manage without me. And so, I thought I could still save our marksman, but it was too much. Luckily, Suyu got burst down quickly, and Yuzhong got killed right after. So it ended up a 2v2 fight here. Well, technically 2v3 because the enemy still had Lord with them. And this is where I noticed how good Windtalker is for Masha, because it clears minion waves really fast, which before I had a hard time doing. But now there's a solution to her slow minion wave clearing. But I don't suggest building it right away. It can be your 4th, 5th, or 6th item depending on your needs. You should know that Masha has HP-based damage that scales with her extra physical attack. That's why full attack speed or full defense item build aren't that good on her right now. It's still better to go for a burst-type build. I just pushed here, but I need to be careful because I can't afford to die at this point. So I kept checking the map to see if my teammates could buy time against the enemy. But they couldn't. So I just recalled for now. Here, Harith made a really solid play. He went into the bush alone and got instantly bursted down, then the enemies immediately followed up. I also burst down the enemy marksman quickly, so the enemy doesn't have much damage left here. Let's see what else they can do. I even got a triple kill here, and of course I only start spamming recall when I'm sure we're going to win. Unlike the enemy who start taunting right from the start, thinking they already won. They're just good at one thing, choking in the game. And yes, we actually won that game. I also noticed that Masha pushes faster because of Windtalker, and Yuzhong was funny in this game. He got a good early game, but was still the burden to the team.